Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So I'm going to be teaching you guys something very cool. And by the end of this video, you're going to be knowing how to find and analyze a good investment deal versus a bad one. And when I mean investment deal or investment property, I mean something that actually puts money in your pocket, not something that takes money out because that's an expense and that's a liability. That's not a deal and that's not an asset. So we're going to be focusing on assets, we're going to be focusing on investment. And by the end of this video, when you find a deal and you're out there in the market and you see a nice property that you're interested in, you're going to be able to calculate and see if it's going to be giving you a good return on investment, if it's going to be giving you the cash flow, and if you should be able to go forward with it. So let's get into it. Two things you want to note when you're analyzing an investment property are this. What is your income and what are your expenses? So this is pretty simple. You just need to know what your income is and what your expenses are. So we're just going to do a little bit of a breakdown of a deal that we can come up with, but I'm just going to start with the expenses and we can be able to take it from there. So first thing we must know is, what is your rental income, right? And then after you know your rental income, your first expense after you buy a property is you're going to be paying the bank their own money if you bought it through a bank. So we're going to say that now we're going to discuss what is your bond repayment, which is part of your expenses. And then you're going to be paying the rates and taxes. And then you might say, okay, I'll pay the Wi-Fi. If you have Wi-Fi in the property, let's put in electricity. And then perhaps you have water. Maybe you have DSTV. Maybe you have DSTV in the property. And then maybe you might have a manager because it's an investment property. So you probably going to be paying for management. And also, you want to put a provision on the side for maintenance. If something breaks the property, how are you going to be able to fix it? So you're going to be putting up a provision for maintenance. All right, so these are some of the expenses that you might find that you have in an average property, especially for a freehold property. This is not for a sectional title, and we'll discuss the difference later in the course. But otherwise, I just want to show you how to do the basic expenses. So when you find a property, you can just say, okay, what is the income? And then minus the existing expenses for that specific property. And then you can be able to see what are we trying to do by doing this? What we're trying to calculate by doing that is to actually find what is the cash flow. Because you're only investing for this. You're only investing for cash flow. So we're going to show you how to know what is your cash flow by the end of this video. So one thing you want to start with, I'm just going to put a line here. There we go. So one thing you want to start with here is, okay, so what is my rental income? For this example, we're going to be using at least 7.5 for rental. Let's say you're getting 7,500 for your rent, and then you have a bond repayment here. So it's a 2-bedroom house, and then you're paying around 3,000 rand or 3,500. Let's just put a 3,500 there. 3,500. And then you have your rates there. You might be paying 450 for rates. You have your Wi-Fi, say you're paying 699. You got electricity there, perhaps you pay 1,000 rand for electricity. Your water, water is cheap, but let's just put 500 there. You have your DSTV, say you're paying 325 for that. You have your management. Your management is usually 8 to 10% of your rental income. So in this case, let's just put 750 there for management. And then you have your maintenance fee. The maintenance fee is usually we use 5% for maintenance fee of your property. So if you, for this case, let's just pick a number here and say you're paying at least 500 that you're putting on the side for your maintenance. So the key here is to cash flow. So your income minus all expenses must give you your monthly cash flow, which is the amount of money you must be getting in your pocket after your property pays for yourself. Because why? It is an investment property. So if it is an investment property, it must be putting money where in your pocket. That's what you must keep in mind. If it's not putting money in your pocket, then it's not an investment. Okay, so let's quickly do our numbers here. I'm just gonna be using my laptop quickly here so we can just run the numbers and see if this property is giving us any cash flow or not. So let's get started quickly. Alright, so now you have 7.5, which is your rental income that's coming in. So your tenant is giving you 7.5, you taking out 3.5, and then you're taking out 450 for the rate, minus 450 for your rate. Then now you minus your Wi-Fi, minus 699 for the Wi-Fi, then minus 1,000, minus 1,000, and then minus 500, minus 500. You minus your 325 for your DSTV, and then you take out your 750 for your maintenance. And then you take out 500 there for your management, and then now you take out 500 for your maintenance. So as you can see, you're actually in the negative here. You're negative 224. So is this a good deal or not? We already know that this is not a good deal because you're in the negative, and it is going to be taking 224 out of your pocket every month, which in the year, let's just see how much that is going to be in a year. So 224, say by 12. So you're looking at least a loss of, did I see that right? It's around 2,600. So you're looking at a loss of 2,688. Just excuse my handwriting there. That's a 2, by the way. That's a 2. So you're looking at a loss of this much every year out of your pocket, and this means that this is not a good investment property. So let's say now you're stuck in this situation and you want to figure out, how do I fix this? How do I fix this to make sure that I manage to turn this liability into an asset? So I'm just going to be showing that quickly. So first of all, you can come and say, hey, your tenant must pay for this. Paid by tenant. Say, okay, dude, you're going to pay for your Wi-Fi, and also you're going to pay for your electricity by tenant, and also you can pay for your water by tenant. And if he likes the DSTV being there, he can also pay for the DSTV, paid by tenant. So now let's see what we just did here. You're negative 224, and then now we say the tenant must start paying for his own DSTV. So now we're going to say 325 is coming to the bottom line, and then we add that 500 for water that you were paying, so he's paying for it now. So we add plus 500, and then now we say he pays for the electricity too, so meaning that we're adding a 1,000 on it. And then again, you say he pays for the Wi-Fi because he likes Wi-Fi, he wants to be able to do some work at home, and he wants to do all the stuff, watch Netflix and all the fancy stuff, and he pays for the Wi-Fi, which is 699. So now he's paying plus the 699. So now this just turned from a liability into an asset. So if you do that, then your cash flow changes to 2,300 a month. So literally you just change this liability into an asset. So every month you're getting 2,300. So let's see how much you're getting in a year. So in a year, now you're making an extra 27,600. So this is an ugly 2. This is an ugly 2. So in a year, you'll be making an extra 27,000 to 30,000 Rand extra income, meaning that your second income stream as this property will be making you this much in a year. Isn't that cool? So now you just turn your liability into an asset, and you have an investment property that's putting 2,000, 3,000. Now you have an investment property that's putting 2,300 Rand in your pockets every month. Isn't that cool? And imagine how much you can be able to do with 3,000 Rand. So here's the thing, why am I showing you this? Because in the course that you're gonna be doing, we're gonna be taking you how to find your first deal, how to analyze these numbers, how to find your return on investment, and actually how to know if it's a good deal. You already did this part, but you're going to be going into say, okay, let's say you're in an area now, you want to figure out where should you buy in SA, where should you buy in Gauteng, where should you buy in the province that you're in, and you want to know which suburbs actually have some cash flow that you can be able to find this cash flow, because not every suburb has that, and which suburbs don't, and which property works, which property don't. So we overall going to be teaching you how to find your first deal, close it, from finding the deal, negotiating the deal, and actually doing the numbers and doing your proposals and being able to do your applications with the bank when we go through the course. So why do I want to teach you this? Because I wish I knew this a long time ago, and through knowing how to do all these numbers and learning this skill, I've never had a job. I just built my business straight out of varsity, and now I'll never have a job again. And if you're somebody who never wants to have a job, maybe you want to leave the job that you are 9 to 5 that you're stuck in, and you think you can be doing something better out there, and there's something waiting for you out there, and I think this is something that you should be taking advantage of and actually upskilling yourself. So thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you in the course, and yeah, that's it.